So if you haven't heard by now, Bungie has officially come out swinging and are going to take a crack at the looter-shooter extraction genre with Marathon, a new game that's actually not so new, but we'll get to that. I'm going to tell you everything we know about it so far, and at the end of the video give you some very bold predictions about this game. I have some deep concerns, so make sure you stick around to hear them. So Marathon is Bungie's new sci-fi PvP extraction shooter, where you compete for survival, riches, and renown in a world of evolving persistent zones. The name Marathon may sound familiar to you because Bungie has already made 3 games in the series way back when in the ancient lands of the 1990s, but I think it's safe to say we won't have to go back and play those before this new release to understand what's going on. The new Marathon seems to be a standalone title, no history needed. In this game you're known as a runner, a cybernetic mercenary with heavy emphasis on the sci-fi look. You and your crew will be able to visually change up your fashion as well as customize your characters based on your gameplay styles. I can only assume that means classes, maybe roles, maybe skill trees. The game takes place on Tau Ceti 4, a vibrant and dangerous world that's not afraid to rough you up a bit. You'll drop into persistent zones where you and everyone else will explore, loot, fight, and eventually try to extract. The team is focused on delivering the high-quality Bungie experience you're used to. They name-dropped Halo and Destiny in the interview and want to build off the backs of those great games. But they also want to add in a nice touch of, and I quote, that incredible tension and these emotional highs and lows. Sounds like Tarkov to me. That's one of the core components that makes Tarkov great, so that got me pretty excited. Bungie wants the raids to feel eerie, with danger never too far away at any given time. Now, one big thing I haven't seen anyone touch on yet is that we actually haven't got confirmation that this game will have AI. Heck, on the game's own website, it's described as PvP, not PvPvE. This could be a very small oversight, but it's something worth noting. As far as what a typical raid might look like, we do have some interesting info there. In your raid, you'll have the choice of going for loot or going for fights. We do already know some of the loot you're going to be able to find, like mysterious artifacts, implants, weapons, something called the compiler. I don't know anything about that yet. As far as the artifacts go, each artifact you find in the world can be combined to create a bigger, more valuable artifact called a prime. That much we know, but as far as implants, what types of weapons we'll have, or what the compiler is, we don't know anything about that just yet. Now, if you're familiar with extraction shooters, you're probably familiar with the concept of extract camping, where you wait at an extract you know someone's going to take in hopes that you can catch them off guard, take them out, and take all their hard work for yourself. It looks like we may have some of that in Marathon 2, as one team member described a scenario in their in-house playtest where she was taking an extract with someone, then they shot back at them randomly and she had to put them down. So since enemies can take the same extract, you bet your sweet patootie there will be some heartbreaks at the end of these raids in the form of extract camping. One really fascinating aspect of this game is the ability to have world firsts, as they called it. They talked about a crew finding an alien key that they then placed on an altar, that crew becoming memorialized as having unlocked the next zone. Then they have to go and figure out how to unlock that zone for everybody else. So it seems like you have a real shot at greatness in the form of literally unlocking new parts of the game for yourself and possibly the entire player base. There were also talks of ranks and leaderboards, which in my book is always a fun way to compete with your buddies. Now, how easy will it be to cheat in Marathon? Bold, I know, but let's not act like almost every online game at this day and age doesn't have a cheating problem. It's just a fact of modern gaming. Well, if you ask Bungie, they'll tell you it won't be easy. They're investing in dedicated servers, disconnect recovery, and something called Fog of War. Not sure exactly what that is as far as AntiCheat goes, but it could very well be something similar to Valorant's Fog of War system, where the game server withholds information about the positions of enemies until a client needs to display it. Essentially, wall hacks don't work because your computer doesn't actually know where anyone is until you're very close to them. It's kind of neat. They've hired a dedicated team that's sole purpose is security and anti-cheat, so fingers crossed this will be a game where you won't run into too many sketchy encounters. Marathon's releasing on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, as well as PC, but as far as when, it could be a while. They said after this surprise trailer and info drop, they're gonna go dark for a while, but then when they come back, they'll have more exciting updates like actual gameplay. No hard dates have been given, but if you want my guess, we'll hear back from them before the end of the year, but we won't be playing anything until early next year. Again, that is a total guess. Alright, now for some harsh reality. I think, in my own opinion, Marathon will flop. Now, I hate to be this way, but we as Escape from Tarkov fans have seen it time and time again. Everyone tries to recreate the magic of Tarkov, and everyone fails, even with AAA titles like Battlefield's Hazard Zone and COD's DMZ. Now, the silver lining here is that those two games were side projects for those studios. In Marathon's case, Bungie's sole focus is on this one experience, so they might just be the guys who finally pull off a good, worthy Tarkov-style game. But I'm not getting my hopes up just yet. Sorry, I've been let down one too many times before. But I'll tell you this, I would love to be proven wrong. Bungie, shut me up and make an amazing game, please. Do it for the fans. I'd also love if you dropped a like on this video and hit subscribe. I'm going to cover all things Marathon as they come out, so hit the bell so you don't miss an update. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the people who care about me most in this world, my patrons. An extra thank you to the VIPs. That's all for now. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.